Welcome to episode 6 of the Theme Park Rundown and Happy New Year. We are 2026. Ironically, although we are 2026, we are doing our final look back at 2025. Reason being is we did Six Flags last week, which kind of made sense as Six Flags was opening.
That's open.
So we are going to look. Now, we've done a Merlin in review for 2025, mainly because I think Merlin is easily the most visited theme parks in the UK, and we thought we'd just separate it. So we're just going to kind of spitball some parks out that we visited in 2025 and kind of what we think, how good a year they had, and maybe briefly look forward to what they're doing. However, obviously, we will be doing one coming up very, very soon on 2026. So thank you for all your feedback so far on this. It seems to be really positive.
Very positive, yeah.
And, we've wanted to do weekly ones. There are a couple of people we know do weekly ones. There are people that flutter in and out. So we just want to keep it going. And join in. Join in with your comments and everything and let us know where you are listening to this. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy days. So 2025 is done.
It is. It was a big year for...
It was a big year for a lot of places.
It was.
Maybe not for the right reasons, but a big year for a lot of places.
It was.
So, where did we visit in 2025?
As in, shall I give a starting point?
Outside of Merlin, where did we visit?
Blackpool.
Blackpool Pleasure Beach. How were your trips to Blackpool Pleasure Beach?
Right, they were very mixed. I have to say, at the time, I did stay in the hotel for the first time this year.
Oh, the blue, big blue.
And I thought, genuinely, value for money.
You had a great view as well, didn't you?
It was 160 quid for one night for two people, with free park tickets, which would have been 35 each.
Oh yes, park tickets. Yeah, breakfast as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast and 35 each. So when you take 35 each off of 160, you're already at 90 quid, plus breakfast. It ended up cheaper than Travelodge everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had the view of Big One and Big Dipper from the room.
You saw
it was brilliant. And the hotel staff, the hotel itself. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I do think that's excellent value.
Yeah.
I don't know why we never really looked at that.
So in terms of that, the trip there for that was brilliant.
Yeah.
In terms of ride availability, that is a different point.
Yeah. So we knew going into the season, obviously, that they were going to close some rides. And we said this in our Merlin review, and I know not everyone kind of agreed with it, but we did know they were going to close some rides.
Yeah, we did. To be fair, they did make it clear.
I think
apart from the Dodgems, they just vanished.
Well, the Dodgems vanished a while ago, didn't they? In fairness, they just sort of vanished.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, the smaller rides I kind of get because they have got Nickelodeon land, so I kind of understand them. The carousel's heritage, it's not going to go anywhere. Eddie Stobart could quite easily be removed. I don't think anyone would super miss it.
I think the other carousel was a strange one by Revolution's
The big carousel was sold.
Yeah.
And that left really quickly. I have to say, I think every park should have a carousel. Yeah. I have to say, I think every park should have a carousel.
That's the standard. That's what you think of, pretty much, when you think of theme park.
I know they're low maintenance. So, it was a surprising one, that, because that space is made for a carousel. Yeah, it only feels like now they can put a carousel back in there.
Awesome benches.
Awesome benches, of course. And then, of course, the big one being Skyforce. Well, I say the big one being Skyforce. Actually, it's not just Skyforce, is it? But the big one being Skyforce, because that was closed for the whole season.
Yeah, and taken apart and then put back together.
Yeah, so it's...
And seemingly for sale.
Well, yes, it seems it was put back together. I think people were hoping it was going to open again for October, but seemingly it was put back together for potential sale. But it doesn't really make sense.
No, I see everyone thinks it's going to Creeley.
Yeah, it's not going to Creeley. And to be fair, we are about 2 weeks ahead in recording.
Yeah.
And Creeley may have announced, we will get on to Creeley, they may have announced what they're having now.
Yeah.
It's not going to Creeley.
No, it's not.
So if they haven't announced it, I'm telling you now, it's not going to Creeley. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why they rebuilt it. It seems odd because I don't think anyone... I know it's difficult in it because I know people want to look at the rides in action and things, but it's only a 10-year-old ride. It's actually
same
really
as when you buy
condition.
new rides all over the place. People fly out.
You
and
just put them off though,
elsewhere.
don't you, till November, and they see it in closed season because let's face it, they're not releasing it.
No, or just go somewhere else and see one.
Yeah,
like all the other parks do.
Yeah, don't go to Epic; they're never open. Yeah. But don't. It's a weird one. But of course, the other big ride which was closed, which I don't think was planned to be closed, was River Caves.
Yes.
Now River Caves did open for a day. Opening day, River Caves was open, and it got hammered because everything was falling apart. It wasn't functioning very well, and that was it. That was
I
game
don't
over
think it's
for it.
opening next year by the looks of it.
Well, it was strange they used it for the Halloween event. Now, I didn't really see anything on the Halloween event.
Neither, but by the looks of it, I don't think anything's really been started.
No.
I don't think it'll be back
It
next
felt
year.
like that with Ice Blast as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
We'll start it just before the season begins. And get it open in May. That's what it felt like.
I mean, it still might, but I'm not convinced it'll open next year.
No.
I think Evictus will just be their big point, and they think people will see past River Caves
Which
and
is
that being
right
closed.
opposite it.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So yeah, you know, the River Caves is an old classic ride, but then you could argue so is Gold Mine.
Yeah.
However, I prefer Wallace and Gromit. It's not everyone's cup of tea, I know. And of course, we did get some new scenes in Wallace and Gromit. It's a bit of a shame we didn't get fully animated models, but we got some new scenes, which is, you know, they've done a lot of good this year. You know, Ice Blast or Blast Off or whatever.
And Ice Blast.
Launchpad.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Looks amazing.
And rides well.
And rides amazing, yeah. I mean, a fantastic job by the park.
Yeah.
You know, that is a space where I heard people saying they thought Skyforce was moving there.
That was a random one.
That
And
was
then some people thought Evictus would fit there.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh yeah, they
baffling.
did, didn't they? Yeah, Victus is going where that
I mean,
is.
a lot of people said that as well.
Christ. I don't you understand the size of this ride. It was never going there.
They claimed it would fit.
But Blackpool have done a lot of good. I do
have.
understand some of the closures. I think the only thing I would say is when it became apparent River Caves wasn't reopening, I think they should have rebuilt Skyforce.
Yeah.
But there we go.
It was a little bit too much.
Yeah, Launchpad, positive. Wallace and Gromit upgrades, positive.
Yeah.
Generally, the park was okay. Operations were okay. I do want to
from
see.
Big Dipper.
Yeah. Big Dipper on one train was painful.
Yeah.
And we only visited. Well, I only visited on quiet days. So
Yeah.
It wasn't too much of a hampering.
I went on weekend as well.
Yeah. So it's a mixed year, I think, for Blackpool. Where else have we been?
You've been to Pleasurewood Hills, but I haven't.
Yes.
This
So
year.
Pleasurewood Hills. Now, they didn't start the year very well.
No, everything was open, like
So
absolutely everything.
They opened for Easter without Wipeout, which was undergoing. I keep calling it Wipeout 2.0, and everyone goes, "Is it called that?" It's not called that, but it's easier for me to call it that because it's changed.
Yeah.
But they didn't have Wipeout. They didn't have Jolly Roger. They didn't have Cannonball Express. They somehow didn't still have Marble Madness.
That took an awful long time to paint.
Yeah, he did. So they opened those late, but they were only £12. It was enough. I think if you went for 12 quid, you probably would have been okay. You'd have been
Not for thrill
disappointed.
seekers, I wouldn't say.
No, possibly not. I'd go
But-
for the Sea Lion show, watch that thing smile at me. I'd be happy to go for that. But 12 quid. So they started slowly and
Yeah.
then things started to come back online. And actually they changed. They did some work to Jolly Roger. I know you haven't seen it, but it doesn't ping you in the face now when it stops at the bottom like it was. It doesn't feel like they particularly did any work to Cannonball Express.
I think it's going to have some now, though.
I think it might have
By
some
the looks
now.
of it.
Marble Madness does look fantastic. I like what they've done with it.
It does
I
look
still
brilliant.
don't like the fact that although they've done the entrance and the station and everything, that the rest of the ride is very much tarmac, and you can still see over the back where the go-karts used to be, which is a rubbish pit. So I don't like the views from it. And it was riding all right. The brakes weren't too intrusive. It had more of a rattle than Rattlesnake.
After a year and a half out, or
Yeah, just more of a rattle. But let me say, Wipeout. Oh my god. Oh
yeah, I'm
my
going to have
god.
to get up there to go on it
Why
next year
they
with the lap
weren't-
bars.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be going back next year because we'll probably all go up next year because
3 to 4 new rides.
we're going to have some new rides. But Wipeout, I mean, I know everyone was like, oh, look at this lap bar, it's made of solid metal and everything. You just don't notice it.
Yeah, I've seen everyone, including yourself, that
yeah.
had been on it this year, said it didn't really matter. That it was solid metal.
No, it was fantastic. It was like a new ride.
Yeah.
And massive credit to them because arguably that money should have gone to Drayton for a second train for the wave, but they did it for this.
Yeah.
And then sold the park.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Now, there is
But-
still a lot of empty space at Pleasurewood Hills, and I mean...
and some areas look quite run down.
Yeah, some areas-
especially by like the water slide type ones over the back.
Yes.
That area looks awful.
So it's difficult because I think they've done a lovely job with Marble Man. They've done a lovely job with the water slide. I mean, I was looking at some old pictures.
The log flume. Looks
The log
good.
flume, where it was just like, it looked like a car park. They've done a lovely job with that. Cheap.
Yeah.
But it looks nice.
But it looks nice. Yeah, fresh.
You know, but the park probably does need some love, and I'm guessing Loop and Phil, they can't do it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now, because I'd love to see them get another train for Cannonball. It's so desperately
What
needed.
they have said publicly, they want to try and get at least one new train for it.
Yeah.
And they said they want to give it a revamp and possibly move it to a more prominent place in the park.
Yeah. Yeah. So it
sound-
quite nicely in that hole, but there is more grass between the tracks than there is around it.
Yeah.
So,
Plus, if they take it out and put it somewhere else, they can do a nice fresh base, everything, and redo down that area. But either way, it's positive what they're saying for it.
yeah, it's nice to see they want to keep a classic Schwarzkopf because there's not many around. I think that's the only one of its type.
Yeah.
And, I think it rides okay. People say it's a bit rough. I don't think it's that bad.
I think it rides all right.
It's all right. So Pleasurewood Hills, actually, I would say they had a good year. Just down the road at Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach, we'll quickly cover that. Nothing new this year. They had a couple of new rides last year. We did go the end of last season.
We did.
And we had a really good time, but nothing new this year. So I kind of nearly went, but didn't.
No.
And the same with
But it
Joyland.
might be on the list next year.
Yeah, same with Joyland. I know Joyland is really strapped for space, like they have none. But
you wouldn't go there without going to the
yeah.
Pleasure Beach. We
do
always
both.
do like the double hit. So
yeah, you do both.
yeah.
So where else?
Drayton.
Drayton. Oh, I love-hate relationship with Drayton, I think. It's probably the best way of putting it. I think the changes they've made over the last few years have been brilliant. And again, not everyone agrees, but I think Adventure Cove looks fantastic. I don't miss G-Force.
Yeah.
I think the trains on the wave, train.
Train.
God.
It still needs to know.
The train on the wave is brilliant. It's just a new lease of life into that coaster.
Yeah.
And I still think Gold Rush was a great investment.
Although it should have been on 2 trains for more of the season than it
what
was.
it is. Now, we were expecting a second train for Wave.
Because they have said they want one.
The park, when the park's busy, you shouldn't be queuing an hour for that coaster because to be fair, they have changed the loading this year. So it used to be wait for the click, go back, push it down even further. The loading was painful.
Yeah.
It's better this year, but it's still not good enough.
But hopefully it'll improve again by next year.
So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed they pluck out a second train for the start of the main season.
So it is open for winter, which is great. When we talk about
yeah.
Drayton, we should say that they have got the rides open for winter. I've said in previous episodes, I do think it's a little bit naughty to advertise all these rides as open, and they've not been open on the Monday and Fridays. They've been open in December until the 20th. I thought that was really naughty because the price was the same and it was very small print to the point where I nearly didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I think that's naughty. Even if they did it on rotation and went 2 hours for this ride, 2 hours for this ride.
It's a bit misleading, potentially.
I thought that was really, really naughty of them to do that, and they should have probably gone, the big rides are open at weekends and here, and it was very small print. And, the advert they did with a certain creator made it out that they were going to be open all the time.
Yeah.
So, a little bit naughty, won't lie. But we had good visits to Drayton. And we were lucky enough that Gold Rush was still on 2 trains and on 2 cycles. But we have heard, we can't actually confirm this.
We have 3 or so months on 1 train.
We've seen a lot of reviews, and that's going to be a future episode as well. We're going to read some TripAdvisor reviews. We can't wait for those.
For all of the places.
Yeah, for all of them. But we did hear that it was running 1 train and it was only running 1 cycle because it did stall a couple of times.
Yeah.
But, when the coaster's that new, I'll be going back to Intamin and just going, get it fixed.
Yeah, basically.
But we don't know. We can't confirm that. If you can confirm that, let us know in the comments. But we had good visits. The zoo was looking a lot better. The main wolves come in, and I think the zoo was looking a lot better. I love Thomas Land. It's still my favourite because that's what I grew up with. So a lot of love for Drayton. I've got a lot of love for Drayton.
Yeah, the whole park's got so much better the last couple of years.
Yeah.
A few years.
Where else did we go?
Adventure Island?
Venture Island. We both went to Venture Island, but at different times.
We did, yeah.
So I went with
by yourself?
Went with Cody in February.
Ah, you went twice then this year? Ah, I only went once.
Yeah, we did Colchester Zoo at the same time. That was his February wish. And we were hoping to get on Time Machine, which we didn't get on. But we had a fantastic time. And coincidentally as well, you'll have seen in our Wrapped for the year that the Adventure Island video was our most popular video of the year. Over everything else. And that's quite normal, oddly.
To be fair, the ride compilations and that before.
People
really
love Adventure Island.
Yeah.
And, we say it all the time. It's really easy to go in. We can get our chest mount signed off. I love parks that let you wear the chest mount because it's all safe and secure.
Yeah.
It's few and far between. Pleasurewood Hills did. I had a few problems getting someone to sign it off, but, we got it signed off. They were brilliant,
Yeah.
in fairness. And no problems there. We had no problems at Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. We had no problems at Venture Island. Obviously, we had no problems at Portland Park. Just wish some of the other parks would be a bit more like, yeah, come and do it. Come and do it. But I had a great time at Adventure Island.
I had a good
Nothing
time.
was closed in February except Time Machine. Now,
Yeah, I think when I went, I don't think anything was shut.
no. So now, Time Machine is an odd one. I thought it should have been open in February. It had been shut for 2 years.
At least.
And then the year before, it was not good. It was not working properly. I'm not sure.
I still looks
It
like
might
it's
have
slowed
been
down
older.
now.
Now, I did find out from inside that the person that built the ride is no longer at the park, which is why it took longer to do the refurbishment on it, because effectively they had to relearn the ride. Because you've got to remember that they built this ride.
Yeah, they
And
wasn't
I'd
done
like to
in-house.
think they had schematics and things and everything for it, and I'm sure they have. But it's a little bit more difficult than going back to Samperla or Sierra or Haas and going,
fix
I've got
it
one of
or
these, can
redo
we,
it, yeah.
get the bits for it? That's just not how it worked. So that's why it took longer. I think the refurbishment of it is brilliant,
Yeah, it looks really good.
with the exception
the placement's good.
with the exception of the poles. So the poles that go around the
Yeah.
ride, which are mirrored, all still got graffiti all over them, but they weren't changed. So with the exception of that,
Yeah.
ride looks fantastic. However, talk to me, Kat.
Well, first it looks like it's been slowed down, but I can only say it looks it because how restrictive have they made the ride?
Yeah.
I can't even get on it.
So Kurt can't get on it.
Literally can't get on
You're
it.
not that big.
No, I would like to think not.
Now I
It's
went.
insane.
I went on my way home from Pleasurewood Hills. I'm just going to let you lot comprehend that. Live in Portsmouth, Pleasurewood Hills, Adventure Island, home in bed by 7. So I'm going to let you lot comprehend that day.
It's a long day.
But I did get on it.
Yeah.
But I saw it was slow loading because there were there was every
my
ride
God,
I either
literally.
waited for
Yeah.
or every ride I was on, people were getting taken off.
Yeah, and I mean, I had it crammed down really far, like
Yeah.
proper in the seat. They're bucket seats, so you can get in them quite far.
Yeah.
The bar's down, but the light's just not going green. And obviously, I get safety stuff, but there were people bigger than me getting on it.
It's weird.
And there were also people smaller than me getting turned away. And it made no sense.
And of course,
it must
it's-
have a height thing and that to do with it, but it never used to be that restrictive.
Well, it's not hydraulic, the restraints, they're ratchet. So
Yeah.
you can hear it 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4,
it
5
clicked,
clicks.
it clicked in multiple times.
Usually once you're past the second click, you're fine.
Oh, no,
generally
I had
on
loads
those.
of clicks, and then they were ramming it down more. Nope.
I actually filled a space from someone that got off, some lady that got off, and I looked at her and thought, you're not, you should be riding this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I sat next to her friend, and her friend was crapping it a bit. And she went, my friends had to get off. She said, I can't believe it. And I went, well, neither could I, to be honest. But seemingly,
Yeah.
and yeah, very odd.
Literally all day I saw people getting turned away from
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And I saw the same.
And they must have seen that and noticed that themselves as well.
Well, I
this
hope
year.
so.
I hope so.
Because they're not actually open this Christmas, which is, I think, the first time, and I can remember them not being open at Christmas. So I'm hoping they're doing a little bit of work on Time Machine.
Hopefully.
I really am, because it should be it should be more enjoyable for people like that. They're not. Yeah.
It's too restrictive.
Is it slower? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think, that's been
it
the
is
general
slower.
consensus. Not by a huge
It's-
amount, but
It's still quite disorientating, and the cycle is still good until the end. So you used to, if anyone's seen Time Machine, it goes round, the seats turn, and at the end they used to turn back and you used to carry on going for a bit, which was quite disorientating. It now stops straight away. So the cycle, I reckon, has been shortened by about 30 seconds, which is quite a lot. It is one of those power rides where you probably don't want it to go on for 2 or 3 minutes. And I
No,
still don't think
They get
you
a lot of
want
people
it.
passing out from
Yeah,
it.
I still don't think you want it to go on 2, 3 minutes, but I think it's slower. Not massively, but I used to get off Time Machine and think that is the best flat ride I've ever been on.
Yeah. I mean, I can't comment for a few. I've been on it
And
for a few
it was
years
always
now,
a tie with that and a top scan. Now, we talk about top scans, everyone's like, Samurai! No, we don't talk about the
one at
carousel.
Barry Island.
We talk about a decent top scan,
Yeah.
and the only one we've got is the one at Barry Island.
which is a very good top
that is
scan.
peak. That is a peak top scan.
Yeah.
And it probably gets a bad reputation because of some of the bad ones we have had in this country. Because it's not just Samurai, we have had bad ones. that Time Machine was always get on, amazing every time, get off, wobble around, think, my God, my head hurts, perfect flat ride. Whereas now, undoubtedly, the Top Scan has taken the top spot for me. Probably followed by an air race. I think an air race is still better, is better, more consistent.
I like a top spin though as well. Toxicator's brilliant. I love Toxicator.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a good ride. It's not. I'm sorry. You can't compare a top spin to a top scan. I'm going to get flipped up and down a few times, sprayed in the face with water, or I'm just literally going to be out of my seat for 3 minutes, wondering where the hell I am. I'm sorry. They just don't compare. I'm not saying it's a bad ride.
I'm not comparing them. I compare one's more enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get off a top spin and think, my head hurts. I get off a top scan sometimes and think, what has just happened? Again, not Samurai. I get off top. Well, actually, no, I do get off Samurai and think, what's just happened? But for a different reason.
Yeah.
And I look it over because Samurai's on the wall there.
It is.
Samurai's right there on the wall in my lounge. Bless it. It's even upside down.
Picture,
They're even upside down there, look. That's awful for people that aren't watching it. But yeah, I think Adventure Island, they had a good year. It was good to see Devil's Dance back. I know it was back slightly later the year before. It was actually open for the Christmas period, I might remember.
I found that far more enjoyable than last time.
You didn't yet, found that. And that was actually riding really well.
Yeah.
So I like going to Adventure Island. Where else have we been? Where else have we been
this year?
So I can talk about some of our local ones.
Yes, Portons Park.
We'll save Portons Park.
You're going to say
I think we'll save Portons Park to the end. Clarence Pier. Just fell apart this year. That's the nicest way of
I was
putting
just
it.
going to say rubbish, but I didn't want to sound too harsh.
So,
But
I mean, they've had a few really good years
there's nothing down there anymore.
where they have got some rides in. They
Yeah.
managed to get the Freak Out in, and they've had Super Trooper.
Miami.
Miami. You just had a bit of everything down there. And then this year, they rock up with a runaway train coaster.
And a little Ferris wheel.
And a little Ferris wheel.
And
which, funnily enough, was in Gold.
hugely overpriced.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, you can go to a day out at some of the big theme parks for cheaper than getting a wristband there for 3 or 4 hours because it doesn't even carry on until the evening.
And
it's a
we've
separate
been great
band.
defenders of the place, but actually they didn't liaise with us this year at all.
No.
It's just a bit of a shame because
It is.
they're clearly changing directions. Tideway's been sold. I don't know whether that's knowledge yet. I think it is.
Yeah, I've seen people talking
If it's
about
not, it is now. Tideway has been sold.
Yeah.
I believe it's going to Breen.
Yeah, I've still.
Yeah, I hear it's going to Breen. So I don't really know what they're going to do there, to be honest.
Rent a little kid's
Now,
ride.
I know they don't like putting stuff along there because it does get hammered by the sea, and I do get that. I do understand that. Which is why it is sometimes best to rent the space and let, show people deal with it. In fairness.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
But
either way,
it's just a
the
shame.
price for what's down there is
there wasn't
extortionate.
enough. I mean, when there was the Freak Out and Super Trooper there, I can go down there, get a wristband. And, we were lucky sometimes we did get free wristbands. Not all the time. Sometimes we did. We were very honest in our videos if we were gifted. But, I couldn't justify the price.
No.
For the coaster.
I mean, the price is too much.
It's just a shame.
Yeah, the price is too much.
Just a
Wristband
shame.
or individual.
Funland. I love Funland. Love
considering
Funland.
both of them are only, I'll say 15 minutes. I mean, Clarence is a lot closer, but when you take traffic into account, they both take about 15 minutes to get to. And I'll tell you what one I'd rather go to.
Yeah, Funland. I love Funland. Everyone knows I love Funland. They're so good to me, and I just love being there. They're really, really good. I volunteer there at Halloween, as people know, and they are just such good people. They really, really are. And it was a smart investment this year, a really smart investment to get the Dragon Roundabout from Portons Park, or the Dragon Rush, as they called it.
And their prices as well, in comparison to Clarence, are cheaper for more rides.
Yeah.
Hence why I've literally been down to Clarence in the summer this year.
There's no one there.
And there's literally been no one there. There's been more people at the chip shop on the Crazy Golf opposite than on site.
Yeah.
And then Funland was rammed.
I believe Funland had quite a good year this year. Yeah. I know Dragon's
and
Rush.
obviously the Halloween events.
Yeah. Dragon's Rush is an absolute perfect ride for them. It is family thrill. I get on that and I think this is a great ride for this park. Now, there is obviously a little bit going forward about changes at the park.
Yes, selling some of the
But they're not immediate.
No.
So it is worth noting at the moment, everything that's there is planned to reopen next year. There might be a change. Might be a change. there might be a change. But as it stands, I'm hoping they keep. So they'll get rid of the top end of the park. It will mean the end of the big coaster. There's no doubt about that at some point. And I'm hoping they move the Miami down. Miami is so unique, and it does get that. It allows the teens to come in.
Yeah.
And have that something ride. So I'm hoping that gets moved down. But I know that is on. I know how much that thing weighs. But fingers crossed. Yeah. But Funland, their Halloween event was brilliant. Their Christmas event,
as usual,
is always sold out. I say it every year. If you've not done their Christmas event and you're down the south, best value for money and one of the best experiences you will have. Open for February as well, which is what we like. And of course, this some time Brighton Pier. Now I've avoided Brighton
I haven't
Pier.
been down there this year.
No, so I've avoided Brighton Pier. It's not because of the pier. It's things have frustrated me at Brighton Pier in the past, oddly, where you go when it's a 365 park and then you find out it's not a 365 park. And you can't get on anything.
Yeah.
And that has frustrated me in the past. But actually this year they aren't opening Monday to Thursday. I just think they've realised it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So you do have to pay to get onto the pier now.
It's a couple quid now, isn't it?
It's £2 now. I think that's too much. I think £1 is like fine. It probably keeps out the riffraff, if you will.
Goes towards maintenance of the pier.
And it goes towards maintenance of the pier. So I'm all right with paying £1. I think Weston-super-Mare is £1 still, as far as I'm aware. But £2, it just seemed unnecessary. And
especially when you've got like a family of 5, it's like a tenner just to walk onto that.
Just to walk onto the pier. Now they are expensive. I think the wristband provides good value because they do have some unique rides there. Turbo, whatever you think of it, it's an inverting coaster on the end of a pier.
It is.
The Wild Mouse is a Wild Mouse.
The Air Race.
Log Flume, Air Race. They've done a lot of work in the Haunted House this year, which we have highlighted. Techno Jump is easily the best frog-style ride I've ever been on. It's incredible. They've got Dodgems, Twister. The variety is
a good selection down there.
The variety is brilliant.
And they got a new ride for this year.
And of course, they got a new ride for this year. So I went down during the summer to experience
the Miami,
which I'm just trying to think of its name.
Couldn't tell you its name, but it is in Miami.
It is in Miami.
and it's new for this year.
It's new for this year. And they spent quite a lot of money to get that in because it's a park model. Yeah. They've done the pier. The booster used to be there. They've done the pier. And I know everyone was disappointed the booster went, but the booster needed a lot of work to comply with health and safety for where it was. It just wasn't worth keeping, given the capacity of it.
And wind as well down there as well.
And wind as well. Wind is a blipping killer down there, which is a bit of a shame. But I've had some wonderful rides on the Air Race. The Techno Jump. They've done a lot of work in the Horror Hotel. And the Miami was brilliant. Manual controls, exactly the same as Chessington's. Anyone seen our video on it will see that it looks like a baby one. And I said to down at Funland, he went, "Yeah, it's a baby one." I went, "It's not a baby one. It just looks a baby one."
I didn't think it was huge from the
pictures. No, it's exactly the same as Chessington's model. Smart investment. However, first new ride they've had since 2013 when Air Race opened. First big ride.
A long time to go without a big new ride. 12 years.
Yeah, first big ride they had. And I feel there might be more changes there very soon. But yeah, good time. I think the problem with Brighton is getting there. So it actually took me just over 2.25 hours to get to Brighton. And then further, park up.
It shouldn't be taking more than an hour and a half from here, really.
It just doesn't. It's just not how it works.
And parking when you get there as well.
It's just not how it works. Yeah. But I love going to Brighton. I love walking along the seafront and things. So yeah, good time. Now we can talk about parks we didn't visit in the end, but probably should have done.
Fantasy Island we didn't get to this year.
Fantasy Island didn't quite get to this year.
No. It's on the list for next year. And I've been for a couple of years now.
Yeah, they seem to have a good reliability year. It is a bit of a shame they still haven't got that star shape built.
No, I don't even know if it's still on site.
Because it was there when I went a couple of years ago. I saw it with my own eyes. And it was ready. It's the old bling from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Of course, they brought back in. I mean, they've got a host of rides.
And when I was there a couple of years ago, and I got permission to film and ride and everything, the staff were great, by the way. The ones I spoke to, really, really good staff. The management and everyone. And they said that because of the amount of maintenance they had going into the year and a few problems with things, that some things had to take priority and that would hopefully come later in the year. And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still not there.
No, it's still not there.
And they did spend a lot of time, obviously, on the spinning coaster.
They did, yeah.
Which probably hasn't given them a lot of time for that.
No,
either.
I did mean to get down there. It feels more out of the way. It is difficult for us sometimes.
Yeah.
Particularly when we're covering construction. For me, when I'm covering construction, because I like seeing construction.
Yeah, yeah.
So that makes it a little bit more difficult. But they seem to have had a good year. Rides seem to be open. Coaster seems to be open.
And obviously Time Machine.
Time Machine, yeah, that looks fantastic.
That looks brilliant. I mean, I've seen it at Winter Wonderland.
You've seen it at Winter Wonderland?
Although when I was at Winter Wonderland, it didn't open and it looked completely dead.
Oh, no.
It didn't open.
Oh, that's a shame.
There was staff walking around it and someone sat in the pay box, but all the lights were off and it didn't move for the whole couple of hours I was
that's
there.
a bit of a shame.
Which was a shame because I would have considered going on it as well.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about that.
So, yeah,
and it's
that
good
was a
because
shame.
we had... Obviously, that one was in the country when Magic came over to Winter Wonderland. It was like, oh, Magic looks fantastic. And the Fantasy Island one looked a little bit ropey.
Yeah,
but
I've been on the Fantasy Island one at Fantasy Island a couple of years ago. But I can't say how it's riding now.
No, I've heard good things. I've heard good things. Yeah, Fantasy Island, bit of a shame, but...
It's on my list.
It seems to have had a good season.
Yeah.
Flamingo Land?
Do we need to?
So I've said in our previous
I don't know
video,
if it was any worse or better than last year.
I've said in a previous video, I'm not visiting Flamingo Land until I see a noticeable difference in reviews from enthusiasts and public, both. Yeah. It's so, it's 5.25 hours from here.
Yeah.
It's £50 entry. Yeah. I'm not going there for one train operation.
And I did see
start doing it.
I did see some good reviews this year. However, the only good reviews were some people saying, I went, and even in the summer, and it was dead.
Yeah.
So they were like, I didn't have to queue for anything.
I don't know if that's good.
Which is not good. But they're the only positive things I saw. But that's only because they've put so many people off for going.
Now, on the positive side, this year, I assume they're going to reopen the River Ride this year.
I assume so. I assume so. And it looks quite good.
Yeah, they've done some work on it. They've rebuilt the bits. They've reprofiled it.
The new sea lion enclosure looks absolutely awesome. I have
work
to say.
they've done on the zoo,
it looks really good.
Really good. And I do think they should have won Best Zoo in a theme park.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit unfair that they didn't win that because I do like their zoo. I think it's beautiful. It's really well laid out as a half and half. But we didn't go there. Lightwater Valley. Now I knew a while ago Lightwater Valley was being sold.
Yeah. You've been in that for quite a while.
It's been sold for £3 million.
It has.
And I know the struggles there of getting rides in. Now I know a lot of people were upset about the Ultimate, but the owners of the park who used to operate the park still own the park, seemingly.
Yeah.
So you don't get a long contract. So it does suit
temporary
rides. Now it looks like Speed Racer will be going in there.
So we are getting a nice spinning coaster.
That looks like it, and it's a nice quick fix.
And better than your average Wild Mouse as well.
I've said for years that it just needed someone with good money to go in there, maybe fix the Ultimate, maybe new trains, I don't know. Fix the Ultimate.
A bit late now.
I know, it's too late. Put a couple of good rides in there and they will give Flamingo Land a run for the money.
They'll have. I'm sure that Speed Racer will not be the only new ride for next year.
I think now we might see that.
I mean, that's there within like a month of them buying the park, so you can only imagine what's to come.
The people that have taken over are quite good at refurbishment.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, Eagle's Claw is still on site. So it'll be interesting. Interesting to see if that makes a dramatic reappearance after some work.
Well, we know that they're capable of doing it.
Because they are capable of doing it.
If not, they have a lot of other rides they can get and put there.
And don't get me wrong, I've always said the wave swinger there, best wave swinger I've ever been on.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's so fast.
I love it. Absolutely love it. You know, they've still got the powder kegs as well, the break
pirate ship.
And the pirate ship is a nice pirate ship. That whole area is nice, still nicely put together.
Got like the Ladybird coaster.
And it's a beautiful park to visit. The landscape there is beautiful. I love the entrance. They've got the golf outside. So I want to see Lightwater Valley do well.
And bring back the fudge.
Bring back the fudge. Bring back the fudge. Now, we didn't go to Southport either.
No, I didn't go there this year. They've got some new rides since we last went.
They have.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
And big ones as well.
It's really ironic because I don't think Blackpool should do free entry.
No, absolutely not.
And I know it annoys everyone. Well, you better walk around Blackpool Pleasure Beach without paying. No, you shouldn't.
No.
That aside,
that's a long debate.
I'm really upset that you can't walk around Southport for free.
I think
the irony is unreal.
It's quite different though, because one's a theme park and one's not. And I know some people go, Blackpool's not a theme park. It is a theme park.
They are technically putting in themed rides.
Yeah, there's themed rides. I mean, Nickelodeon is one massive themed area.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at things like Wallace and Gromit, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Themed rides.
I understand the irony of it, and I do understand it. Yeah. However, I will just say Southport was £29.
Yeah.
So I looked at it and just thought, it's not quite, I don't know.
A couple of quid more, you could have gone to Blackpool.
Yeah.
And for £3 less, when Merlin were doing their £26 buy one get one free, you could have gone to Fort Parker, Alton Towers, Chessington, and Legoland twice.
Yeah, I don't. So, the problem is, if they were building this mysterious Zamperla coaster, great, 29 quid.
I would have gone.
You know,
that seems to have just disappeared into the abyss.
Which I knew it would. To be fair,
had someone talk about that in a long time.
I did know it would, and it's just there's nothing. Sadly, there's no like star ride.
No. From what I'm seeing, the park looks better. The park looks amazing.
What
they've done,
I've seen the golf looks
and
amazing.
some of the theming and stuff, and the landscape. It does look a heck of a lot better.
It is definitely heading in the right direction. I just couldn't quite justify it.
No,
couldn't quite justify it. Creeley.
Yeah.
Now
so
this is a
been
park
this year, but there's a lot to talk about.
I mean, the park arguably isn't aimed at us. However, I think there's probably enough there for us to go and look at. And
especially next year,
we have said on the channel before, for those that do watch the channel, that we do aim at families. We know the reason why we go to these parks is to showcase that Sooty Land does look great fun. Yeah. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it looks great fun. And they're definitely making steps in the right direction. Maxim have turned 25 years old this year. Mm-hmm. Nice little coaster. Yeah. Yeah, Twister coaster, I had you still got to queue a long time for it. Loading. But again, that was quite a brave investment for it when they got it. Now, whilst we will talk about new rides at some point, they do have 2 new rides coming this year. They do indeed. The second one may have been announced. You know what it is because I've told you what it is.
I know what it is.
And it's going to shock people.
It's not Skyfall.
It's not Skyfall. It's going to really shock people. Yeah. And I mean, like, when I heard, I had to double take that this is going to Creeley more than what I did Draken going to Paulins as of where I was. And of course, Magma. Yeah. Which is going to be not Magma, which is right.
And which has gone from Portland's,
Which has gone from Portland's, so that'll be immaculate. And Creeley is actually the only theme park, apart from Brighton Pier, which is open in January. So we may still get there. Maybe one of the first parks
until the end of Jan, isn't it?
It's open every weekend. Every weekend in January, Creeley is open, but steps in the right direction.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the final one I can think of is Breen.
We actually did nearly consider it, didn't we?
You nearly considered it, and I told you I wasn't going there under any circumstances.
Where did we go instead? I can't even remember what we did that day.
Probably went and played Crazy Golf, to be honest. Where did we go?
Genuinely, where did we go? It's going to bug me now.
Yeah.
So we did, because we worked out a few options.
We did work out a few. Where did we go?
One of the options wasn't Brain, but I said Brain, and
I think we went to Portland's.
And you went absolutely not. We did. We went to Portland's Park, I think. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I think we did.
Yeah.
Saved a long drive and probably had a better. Well, definitely had a better day.
Yeah. It's nothing but every time I've been to Breen, I've experienced nothing but rude people. Breakdowns.
I mean,
I'm really sorry. If it's changed, please let me know, because I know we're called UK theme parks. I get that, and we do go abroad. And why we've made the theme park rundown is to talk about abroad. But I will cover my trips when I go away. Yeah. But have faith. If there's something going on in this country that's important, I'm going to be there. Yeah, that's just the way it is. We will be. And of course, we've saved the final park. We've probably forgotten parks here, and we're really sorry we've forgotten parks. I know there's some smaller ones I did get, but... I went to Clacton Pier.
Oh, you did? Your first ever trip?
My first ever trip to Clacton Pier. Did. Now, it started off a bit ropey, because I was just walking around with a camera. And they would prefer that we contacted them first before walking around with camera. But actually, they were really nice, and they got people on the
you did say they were
looping star. Yeah, really nice. It got people on the looping star for us, and actually rode really well. Yeah, we were really impressed with that. We got on a couple of other rides. Got a little fun card.
Yeah, you said you had a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time. Cody. Yeah, we had a really good time there. And there's a little fair on the outside as well. Can't tell you anything about that. To walk straight through, it was closed. But it looked all right. I'm sure it's booming during the summer. But yeah, Clacton Pier actually. It was good fun. That was good fun. So that was a first for me this year. Yeah. Really enjoyed that. And it looks like there could be more going on there. Yeah. But it was February. Yeah. But everything was open that we wanted to go on, including the log flume, which we didn't go on. But it was open. It was freezing.
We haven't missed anywhere, have we?
So just the one park left.
Yeah.
You can take
Portland's Park. Which had a brilliant year. Ghostly Manor.
Yeah, so for the first time, I think ever, Chessington wasn't my most visited park in 2025.
No, it will be Portland's by a long way, probably.
It's not by as much as you think. But it is. So Portland's Park was my most visited park. Now, we I've always gone to Portons since 2006 when Cobra opened. That was my first visit to Portons. And I've always said, and I've said to the guys down there as well, that I really couldn't have gone before. There wasn't anything for me to go there. Now, granted, when you were just in the world, Cody wasn't in the world, Becky was in the world, we probably should have gone.
Yeah.
But didn't.
No.
I don't really know why.
I don't know, but it's definitely changed. You've made up for it with the amount of times you've been the last couple of years.
We have visited every year since. I have visited every year since Cobra's opened, and I've got some lovely pictures and things and pictures of us. And, I've seen the transformation of recent time. And, over the last couple of years, we always visit beginning of the season, we visit over the summer, and we visit Halloween, and I visit with Christmas. It's a tradition that we go at Christmas. And it has been 4 visits a year for the last probably just before COVID. Yeah, probably just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
2018, that's what we've done because of the ride lineup.
Yeah, it's a great lineup.
Now, there is undoubtedly a lot going on at Paulson's Park.
Oh, a lot.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
And I know people are still like, you can't go there as an adult. Oh, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Why can't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you got Tornado Springs already, proved that.
Yeah, Tornado Springs was...
There's still 2 very enjoyable coasters.
So 2018, I think Flight of Pterosaur, Velociraptor opened with Boulder Dash and the Jeep Safari and what was the Temple Ride, which is now down at Funland, which is now Splash Lagoon, of course.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful... I remember looking at Lost Kingdom and thinking, wow, this is a small part. And they had Peppa Pig World, I get that.
Yeah.
And they made Peppa Pig World their own, undoubtedly. But then the argument could be Thomas Land looks probably doesn't look quite as good, but isn't far off.
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon Land isn't bad in places. So, we had lands like that. I should probably include CBeebies.
Yes.
But I don't particularly like the way they kept a lot of the old rides and painted over rotten wood. So it's the only thing I'll say. But they have been replacing things.
Yeah, they have been getting new rides.
But either way, the IP's brought in opportunities to do it. Portland's Park executed Peppa Pig World brilliant.
And it's what's enabled them to do some of what they're doing now, to be honest. It is.
But I think the Lost Kingdom was the first thing I looked at and thought, wow, this is...
Look really good.
This is next level.
It still does. They refresh it all the time.
Yeah. So Peppa Pig World's painted every 6 months.
Yeah.
Every 6 months.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
And I've seen some things be painted in Lost Kingdom multiple times over the last few years. The same thing.
I go this year, they're repainting all the walls. They're repainting the walls on the Lost Kingdom. I'm like, wow,
Thought you'd do that not that long ago.
Just wow. But yeah, Lost Kingdom, I remember looking at that thinking, well, this is a game changer. This is scenery that you don't see in an average theme park. Now, I know you might argue, some people might say Forbidden Valley was looking quite good this year.
Yeah, it is.
It looks all right. Up to a point. And you might say that, some of the Chesington areas, I think, probably get a lot of praise.
Yeah.
And I think Paw Patrol will look nice, in fairness. But,
it will. It looks good already.
But Lost Kingdom was this lovely enclosed area with 2 brand new Vekoma rides.
Yeah.
A couple of little supporting rides, and was brilliant. And then, of course, we had
Tornado Springs,
which is
for
great. Me at the moment still the best themed area in the country. And I've said this
and
from
some
day
of the
one.
best food in a theme park in the country as well.
And I've said this from day one. It isn't just from recent visits I've decided this. I've said this from day one. The minute I stepped foot in Tornado Springs, I was like, wow. We've incorporated old rides that look fantastic. We've redone the train.
Yeah.
We've put Storm Chaser in the middle. Granted, it wasn't a custom coaster.
Yeah.
But it's one of the only rides that makes me feel dizzy. Cody said we had the controversial opinion, didn't we, just before Christmas, where Cody said he prefers Storm Chaser over Dragon's Fury.
Yeah.
I have to say, Storm Chaser is the only ride I get off sometimes and think my head is spinning.
Honestly, some of the pressure on some of those low down points
it's just incredible. It's underrated.
And when you get a good spin, it's brilliant. And
of course,
it's always a great ride. But I mean, Fury for me. But
yeah, well, I get it. Cyclonator, brilliant.
Yeah.
But anyway, 2025, obviously, they won Theme Park of the Year and absolutely mopped up at the Theme Park Awards.
Deserved it.
And I remember saying to Lawrence and Gary, when we got to the Theme Park Awards, you are going to win at least 6 or 7, I think I said.
Yeah.
And they won 6 or 7 and come silver, bronze on a couple of them. They took 10 home.
Yeah.
And I told them they were winning Theme Park of the Year. It was an absolute no-brainer. It was just a no-brainer. I'm really sorry. It's an absolute no-brainer. The park
I don't know who else would have won it this year.
The park is just so far ahead. And they're lovely down there as well.
Yeah.
You know, in staff, never come across bad members of staff. But obviously this year was Ghostly Manor.
Yeah.
And I watched Ghostly Manor. So I got an annual pass this year. Yeah, I was cheap last year. I got an annual pass last year, and now I was cheap. And I've upgraded that this year. I'm not going to be quite so cheap because, you know, I was always like, it's a lot of money. But it's not a lot of money. I'm sorry, it's not a lot of money. You pay for what you get.
Yeah.
That's just the fact of life. And you pay for low crowds, brilliant rides, well maintained, excellent
great
atmosphere,
theming, better theme park food, just everything. I know it's extra, but
you pay for
still
it.
all adds to
you
it.
pay for it. 100% worth it. I'm not taking any discussion on that. 100% worth it. But Ghostly Man, I watch it come together, and you know, I remember standing there. I mean, not creepily standing there, but standing there slightly from afar, and just watching them paint the outside of Ghostly Man. I was like, What are you doing? Why?
It's also insane as well. Because obviously that was the cinema before.
Yeah.
And we've seen other places revamp cinemas and things, and
they've more cinema,
and that's never happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's not happened this good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the cinema at Alton Towers.
Yeah.
I mean, the chairs and that are probably still all in there.
They were benches.
That's still probably all in there. I bet it's untouched in there. It's probably got the same litter that was there however long ago.
Yeah.
However, imagine this shows exactly what places could be doing with these areas. I mean, they literally...
It's a good throughput. I think the throughput for that would work at a busier theme park.
Because they have to load it fast.
They have to load it. I think it's 20 or 25 seconds a scene.
Yes, have to load it fast.
It's about a 4-minute ride.
Yeah.
And it's great fun.
Yeah.
It's great fun because you don't know. And Cody and I found something new just before Christmas, a new target. And I can't tell you, I was working out the other day, I've ridden Ghostly Manor more than any other ride in 2025 as well. Mainly because I'm trying to find out where everything is.
Over 100 times.
Oh my God.
Way over.
It's ridiculous. I mean, Cody and I did it 15 times back in whenever.
We did it 4 or 5 times in a day.
You know, there's only once I visited Portman's Park and not ridden Ghostly Manor. Because
you feeling all right?
I've run out of time, the park closed. I was busy watching the Christmas show, and then I was like, oh, it's night now. I want to ride on Storm Chaser. Time got away from me. It didn't happen.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I was gutted. I felt really bad. And I don't know how the person got the top score. And I'm getting the top score. But I'm trying.
Cody's pretty good at it.
Cody is better than me at it.
Yeah, if he went more, I tell you what.
He's capped the 300k.
Yeah.
Which I'm on 298.
I can't even remember what I got, but it was nowhere near that.
Yeah, and but we found targets the other day we'd never seen, and I've ridden this, as you said, well over 100 times, and we're still finding targets. So that's what I love about it. Yeah, it's not obvious.
It's re-rideable
not just
as well.
I'm going to shoot the screen. It's not like that. It is so re-rideable. You just got to understand that there's more to it and meets the eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, Portman's Park 2025. Untouchable.
And what we've been able to see. Going forward to next year, seeing the construction
super fans,
of Realm of the Vikings
invite people in for super fans for free, show them their rides, chat with the engineers. Engineers are just amazing. You know, they're sitting there trying to get Storm Chaser up and running, and we're just like, right, have a little look, and they're like, yeah, look, we do this with the wheel, and we do this. And I know we've had some great tours elsewhere. We've done, Saw it, we've done Fort Park, and we've done Chesington ones. But they're just like, they work around you. Just incredible. Just incredible. So yeah. Portman's Park 2025 probably. I know people will say it's not for them with some of the thrill rides, but that might change very soon.
I think over the next couple of years, people's minds are going to change. Yeah. When Realm of the Vikings open. Yeah. And people see all the videos of Drake on it now. I think it's going to make some people go down there.
Yeah, Draken just looks
100%
crazy. But yeah, really okay. Good. So was it a good year for theme parks in 2025? Overall.
I don't know.
What are we comparing it to?
Previous years?
Okay, yeah, we can put, sure. Was it better than previous years? I think,
yes and no for some parks.
I think I probably had better visits to Towers. Yeah, I had better visits to Chesington.
Yeah, better visits
to Chesington. More visits to Portland. I think it'd be harsh to say I had better visits to Portland. I had more visits to Portland.
Yeah.
I had probably equally as good visits to Adventure Island.
Yeah.
Probably had worse visits to Blackpool. Better visits to Pleasurewood Hills. I think generally I've had better visits.
It probably has been better.
I think we were lucky at Drayton potentially.
I haven't had really this year any days where I've gone to a park and gone, I've had a really bad day.
No, I don't think
Whereas
I
I did have a couple of those last year.
Yeah.
Especially at Towers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I found brilliant this year.
Yeah.
Can't fault that. I only had one bad day at a theme park this year.
Yeah.
And it did happen to be Thorpe Park.
Yeah.
But that was down to reliability on the day.
Yeah. So I think overall, I understand
has.
the cost cutting, and I've seen some of the cost cutting for 2026, and we will look at that in a future episode. I've already looked at like opening times for parks that have published it, and even ones I didn't think would ever do it are doing it.
Yeah.
So I think we've got probably a tough year or so ahead, but if they can nail down the basics, I think we'll probably be all right.
I think we'll have a good year in 2026.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if we don't.
We will mention the elephant in the room, which is coming soon, and we will be covering that next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Thank you for listening to the Theme Park Rundown. That's 2025. It's over and done with now. We're 2026. Time to look forward, and that starts next week.